The global pharmaceutical industry is navigating a critical juncture, a phenomenon experts term Irum's law, a deliberate inversion of the more famous Moore's law. While computational power doubles approximately every 2 years, the cost of developing a new drug nearly doubles every 9 years. This inverse relationship paints a stark picture of an industry in paradoxical distress. In the 1960s, an investment of $1 billion could yield around 10 new medicines. Today, that same colossal sum is often insufficient to bring a single new drug from the conceptual stage to the pharmacy shelf. For developing nations, this trend is not merely an economic curiosity. It is a formidable barrier to healthcare sovereignty, innovation, and access to cutting-edge therapies, perpetuating a cycle of dependency on generics and imported pharmaceuticals. Artificial intelligence, AI, emerges as the most potent candidate to disrupt this unsustainable trajectory. By augmenting and accelerating the most laborious, expensive, and failure-prone stages of drug discovery, AI promises to bend the curve of Irum's law. The potential is particularly transformative for the crucial early phases of research, where scientists traditionally sift through millions, sometimes billions, of chemical compounds to identify a handful of viable candidates for further study. This needle-in-a-haystack search is being revolutionized by advanced AI models. Tools like AlphaFold, 3 developed by Google DeepMind, can predict the intricate three-dimensional structure of proteins and their interactions with potential drug molecules, with remarkable accuracy. A task that once required years of painstaking laboratory experimentation can now be modeled in a matter of hours or days. The promise of AI-driven pharmacology is no longer theoretical. Tangible successes are beginning to illuminate the path forward. Consider the case of an AI-powered biotech startup that, in a mere 18 months, identified a novel drug target and designed a molecule ready for human clinical trials, all at a cost of approximately $2.7 million. This stands in breathtaking contrast to the industry's average timeline of 4 to 6 years for preclinical discovery and a typical cost that can soar well over $1 billion per approved drug. The profound implication for the Global South is the potential for a paradigm shift, from being perpetual consumers of generic drugs developed elsewhere to becoming active participants in and even leaders of targeted therapeutic innovation. Nations could leverage AI to address diseases that are endemic to their regions but have been historically neglected by the commercial agendas of large multinational pharmaceutical companies, such as certain tropical diseases or region-specific strains of pathogens. The impact of AI extends far beyond the realm of traditional small molecule drugs. The year 2025 witnessed significant strides in the field of personalized mRNA-based cancer vaccines. In this pioneering approach, AI algorithms analyze the unique genetic sequence of a patient's CIDS tumor to identify neoantigens mutated proteins specific to that cancer. The system then designs an mRNA vaccine that instructs the patient's own cells to produce these antigens, training the immune system to seek and destroy the tumor. While the current process remains complex and prohibitively expensive for widespread use, it represents a seismic shift towards hyper-personalized medicine. Concurrently, research is vigorously ongoing to develop more broadly applicable mRNA vaccines for common cancers, which could benefit larger populations at a more manageable cost. This fusion of AI genomics and immunology heralds a new era where treatments are tailored to the individual's biological blueprint. However, the path to an AI-empowered future in the developing world is fraught with significant challenges. The engine of modern AI, particularly the large language models and complex neural networks required for molecular simulation, runs on immense computational power. Operating the necessary data centers demands not only substantial capital investment, but also vast amounts of reliable electricity and advanced cooling infrastructure. For many developing nations grappling with basic electrification and digital connectivity gaps, this presents a foundational hurdle. Furthermore, the geopolitical landscape adds a layer of complexity. The ongoing technology rivalry between the United States and China risks fragmenting access to the critical hardware, such as advanced semiconductors and graphics processing units, GPUs, that are the lifeblood of high-performance AI systems. Export controls and supply chain tensions could severely limit the ability of emerging economies to deploy the most powerful AI tools independently, potentially creating a new form of technological dependency. Despite these formidable obstacles, the opportunities for emerging markets are undeniably bright and strategically vital. Nations like India and China are already demonstrating ambitious blueprints, striving to position themselves as global hubs for AI services and digital innovation. India's
अल्लाह
prowess
के
in
नाम
generic
से
drug
जो
manufacturing
नहायत
and its
मेहरबान
formidable
और
IT
रहम करने
sector
वाला
provide a
है।
unique springboard to integrate
दिसंबर
AI
के
into
आखिर में ईरान
biopharmaceutical
में
research.
हुकूमत ने
China's massive
बाज़-माशी
investment in
इस्लाहात
AI
का ऐलान
research
किया।
and its large,
ये
structured
फैसले
biomedical
आसान नहीं
datasets
थे,
offer similar potential.
मगर कौमी
This
मईशत के
digital hub
इस्तेहकाम
model
और
can be
अवाम के
directly adapted and
तवील-उल-मुद्दती
emulated
मफाद
for
के लिए
pharmaceutical
ज़रूरी समझे
discovery and
गए।
diagnostics across the global south.
इन इक़दामात के
Regional
नतीजे में
collaborations could
बाज़
pool
तबक़ात,
resources to create shared
ख़ुसूसन
cloud-accessible
ताजरों
AI
और
platforms for
ख़रीदारों
drug
में
discovery,
तशवीश पैदा हुई
reducing the individual
और
infrastructural
मुख्तलिफ
burden on
शहरों
any
में
single country.
एहतजाज हुआ।
By focusing on building
हुकूमत
robust
ने
digital
इब्तिदा ही से
ecosystems,
तस्लीम
fostering
किया कि
STEM
अवाम
talent,
के
and creating
तहफ़्फ़ुज़ात
supportive
जायज़ हैं।
regulatory frameworks, these nations can
ईरान
move
की
beyond mere
क़यादत,
consumption
चाहे
of
वो
Western
सुप्रीम लीडर
technology.
हों या सद्र,
Experts
सब
unanimously
ने
stress
वाज़ेह
a
किया
critical
कि
point.
मसाइल का
For
हल
developing
ताकत
countries to
नहीं
truly harness
बल्कि
the benefits
मुकालमा
of
है।
AI in healthcare, they
इसी
must
सोच के
transition from
तहत
being passive
मकामी
consumers of
इंतज़ामिया
technology to
और
active
हुकूमती
builders of
नुमाइंदे
capability.
मुज़ाहिरीन से
This requires a
मुसलसल राब्ते
multifaceted
में रहे।
strategy. Investment in
कई दिनों
foundational
तक ये
infrastructure,
एहतजाज मजमूई
prioritizing
तौर पर
stable,
पुरअमन रहे
scalable energy
और
grids, and
बातचीत
high
के
bandwidth
ज़रिए
internet
हल तलाश
connectivity
करने
is a
की कोशिश
prerequisite,
की जाती
not an
रही।
option. Public-private
ताहम
partnerships could be
एक मरहले
instrumental in
पर
building
सूरत हाल
shared,
को
sovereign
बैरूनी
cloud and
अनासर ने
computing
खराब
resources
करने की
tailored for
कोशिश
life
की।
sciences research. Cultivation
बाज़
of
गैर
local
मुल्की
talent,
बयानात
developing
और
homegrown
दबाव ने
expertise
हालात
in
को
the
मज़ीद
interdisciplinary
हसास बना
fields of
दिया, जिसके
bioinformatics,
बाद
computational
दहशतगर्द
biology, and data
और
science
मुसल्लह
is
गिरोहों
essential.
ने पुरअमन
This involves
एहतजाज का
reforming
फ़ायदा
educational
उठाते हुए
curricula, creating
तशद्दुद
specialized
की
research
राह
institutes,
अपनाई।
and incentivizing
इन
diaspora
अनासर ने
experts to
सिक्योरिटी
return and
फोर्सेस,
contribute.
पुलिस
Strategic data
और
governance.
अवामी मकामात
Health
को
data is
निशाना
the fuel
बनाया,
for medical
जिसके
AI.
नतीजे में
Establishing national
जानी
frameworks for
नुकसान भी हुआ।
secure, anonymized, and ethically managed biomedical databanks is crucial. This data, representative of local
अगर हमारी
populations,
पुलिस
can
और
train
सिक्योरिटी
AI models
फोर्सेस
to be
बर
more
वक्त
effective for
कार्रवाई ना
regional health
करती
challenges.
तो नुकसान
Fostering
कहीं ज़्यादा हो
innovation
सकता था।
ecosystems. Creating
अगले ही
supportive
दिन
environments for
हालात
startups
खासी
and
हद
research
तक
collaborations
काबू
between
में आ गए।
academia,
अगरचे
hospitals, and
बाज़
industry
मकामात
can
पर
accelerate the
तख़रीबी
translation of
सरगर्मियों
AI
की
research
कोशिशें
into
जारी
practical
रहीं।
healthcare solutions. If these
ये बात भी
strategic steps
वाज़ेह
are
हो गई
undertaken
कि
with
जिन
vision and
क़ुव्वतों ने
determination,
ईरान के खिलाफ
2026
माज़ी
and the
में
ensuing
साजिशें
decade
की
could mark a pivotal
वो इस
turning
बार
point for the
भी
global south.
नाकाम रहीं।
The convergence of AI
कई
and
ब्रादर
biology
और
offers a
इलाक़ाई
historic
ममालिक
opportunity to leapfrog
जिनमें
traditional,
पाकिस्तान भी
linear,
शामिल है,
and costly
ने
models of
तहम्मुल,
pharmaceutical
ज़ब्त
development. The
और
goal is not merely to
सफ़ारतकारी पर
replicate the
जोर दिया।
Western pharmaceutical model at a
हम
lower cost,
पाकिस्तानी
but to
हुकूमत
forge
और
a new,
क़यादत के
more agile
शुक्रगुज़ार
and
हैं
equitable
कि
pathway.
उन्होंने कशीदगी
Success in
कम
this
करने के
endeavor would
लिए
mean that AI
मुस्बत
becomes
किरदार
more than
अदा
an
किया।
economic multiplier.
ईरान की
It
पॉलिसी
transforms
हमेशा
into a
वाज़ेह
powerful
रही है,
instrument of
हम
health equity.
दिफा के लिए
It holds
मुकम्मल
the promise
तौर
of
पर
delivering
तैयार
not
हैं,
just greater
लेकिन
economic
तरजीह
wealth, but more
हमेशा
importantly, better
मुज़ाकरात
health
और
outcomes,
सियासी हल
longer
को देते
lives,
हैं।
and medical autonomy for billions. The challenge of AIinMedicine's law, therefore, is not just a problem for boardrooms in Basel or Boston. It is a global call to innovation, a call that, with the thoughtful application of artificial intelligence, the developing world is now uniquely positioned to answer. The race is not just to create cheaper
बिल्कुल,
drugs, but to build
तारीख
smarter, more
गवाह है
inclusive,
कि
and
ईरान को
resilient health
धमकियों से
systems for the
झुकाया
future.
नहीं जा